Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So it's away we go then.
Well, Peter, there's goalkeepers, and there are great goalkeepers, and then there's Oliver Kahn. He's in a league of his own.
Well, he is a goalkeeping icon, isn't he? The man famously known as King Khan by some. He's belligerent. Shapes to shoot! It's fair! And what a start!
The perfect show. Great purpose, great industry, and great confidence.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Mbappe! And that is wildly off target.
Japan, they're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Played into space, and he was quick to react. See? So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. That looks a good ball through. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Rijkaard. Spread it left. And here's Son Heung-min. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And he's quick to get it clear again. Messi producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Works it forward. Son Heung-min. Now it's Szoboszlai. Beckham. Oh, this looks sharp. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Now it's Son Heung-min. He's having a go!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
One 0 here, just it's going to stay that way for now. Now it's Mbappe. Tries to play it through. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Park Ji-sung. Now it's Torres. And it's been played through. Can he finish? And it's in! And look what it means to them. And the referee brings the first half to a close. Reflections on the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. Bro, I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Watford in control at half-time, 2-0. There's the start of the second half. Cannavaro. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Park Ji-sung.
That's good pressing. It's really squeezing everything.
Now it's Messi. Zanetti cuts it out. Son Heung-min. Scholes is always scanning the pitch for targets. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And that's another good win of the ball. Now it's Son Heung-min, and here's Soboslai. Oh, no joy this time. Watford in a very solid position, 2 to the good. Park Ji-sung. Plays a sharp little ball here. He's been taken down and the referee has pointed at the spot. Watford have themselves a chance from the spot to increase the lead. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
Yeah, credit to the keeper. He read it, but succumbed to the placement.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Scholes. Mbappe. Cannavaro. Xavi Alonso. Rijkaard. Park Ji-sung. Xavi Alonso. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it. Look, that might have been telegraphed, but it's superb awareness.
An inviting looking ball, that.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Great vision. Well, there's the clearance. And claimed it back swiftly. And this is Son Heung-min.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And this is Son Heung-min.
Look, they're prepared to be quite physical to contain any danger that might come their way.
Watford are closing in on a comfortable win. Now it's Mbappe. And here's Messi. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending and they got away with it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Scholes tries to pass it through. Zanetti. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. Fernando Torres. Not much subtlety about that challenge. And that will be the final act. Watford looking by any yardstick formidable, truly enjoyable to watch and clearly so together. That was a terrific day for them. Szoboszlai voted man of the match and deservedly so. So Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin, a very good evening to you all. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So it's away we go then. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Xavi Alonso, Mateus. Now it's Aubameyang. And he's intervened well there. Davids. Fernando Torres. And he's only too happy to take that back. Rijkaard. Szoboszlai. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Van Basten. He has a look up. Shot a goal! Oh, what has happened here? And we have our very first corner. Takes a shot! There it is! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well.
Son Heung-min! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Oh, it's very good running that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
And he's quick to get it clear again. And this is Son Heung-min. Rijkaard gets good distance on it. And here's Szoboszlai. And this is Torres. And that was very necessary. Goes for goal! Tremendous from Son Heung-min! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. That is remarkable, all square in a matter of moments.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
Beautiful, just beautiful. Great chance! In for the pieces! Oh, that was a half-decent effort.
He did very well trying to adjust himself, but not the expected outcome.
Watford have reclaimed it. Looking for options for move. And a shot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
It's their second corner of the game. Rijkaard! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. That's headed upfield. Watford are opting for an early change in personnel. They've decided to get... Chance, surely! It's bounced back off the post. Cannavaro gets it clear.
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
Now it's Bebeto. Oh, easy pickings there. And it's half-time here. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. So there was the first half.
Who wants half-time when you have a contest this good? I can only hope it picks up where it left off.
That's a really interesting game, and they head in at half-time at 1-1. So once again, we're underway. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Oh, important interception. Rijkaard. Watford come out this half somewhat altered.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
Scholes unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And here's Son Heung-min.
Son Heung-min really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Watford have their third corner. And he's taking no chances there. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. And that has been knocked clear. And here's Soboslai. Xavi Alonso has found the net here, of course. Watford are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. No, he refuses to take the bait. And here's Son Heung-min. Takes a shot. Ambitious, but just off target.
He actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Scholes. Xavi Alonso. Now it's Pele. Watford are making a change. After this, just one opportunity to do so. And that's gone all the way through to the keeper. Half an hour gone in the second half. David Villa. Big chance! Goal at his mercy, and somehow he's missed it.
It's a very watchable game, isn't it? Any goal from here could well be the winner.
Watford get their fourth corner. And he's managed to get rid. Oh, it's come loose.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
And that's really well manoeuvred. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Now it's Aubameyang.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Now, who's going to be first to this? Xavi Alonso. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Xavi Alonso.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
And the referee brings it to a close. So it does end all square. Inspiration, perspiration, both on show in equal measure. Just not enough on either side to find a winner. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So it's down to business here. Bournemouth have chosen to go 4-3-3. Jim, how do you see it?
Well, a system promoted by the rise of total football, Peter. The wider players in the front three are key operators in how it all works on and off the ball. They have to provide for the central striker, of course, and protect their fullbacks, so they'll get few breathers. If these two don't make a good impression, there are quite good replacements on the bench. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Watford with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Takes a shot! Goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Well, the defence were being far too casual there, Peter. Far too slow to switch on to the danger. That's the kind of thing that makes managers go crazy.
Bournemouth are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Son Heung-min. Oh, shooting chance! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Davids clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
It's their second corner of the game. Cleared away. Oh, that's neat. And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, he's been caught on it here. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Quality ball.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Played into space. Well timed, excellent interception. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Fernando Torres. Oh, the ball's run loose here. Torres was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Lovely ball and a real chance now. And smartly reclaimed. Thinks about the shot. Son Heung-min is flagged offside. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. And he was quick to react. Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets. That's a cute ball. Cannavaro cuts out the pass. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Scholes. Looking to play him in. Some resolute defending there. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. And here's Torres. He's found a way through.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And that'll be the final action of the first half. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Yeah, on the face of it, it looks a fair reflection of what we've all seen, Peter. Some incisive play one side, battling qualities on the other. I think this game is there to be won, and a minor tweak maybe all it needs to change it.
Watford leading 1-0 at the break. So we're just settling back into this second half. Watford carrying a one-goal lead. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. Bournemouth trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game because you try...
He's tried one! Otto, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Torres receives it in a... And the finish! And that has fair fizzed. Corner number 3 coming up. And now they can spring out of defence. Nice looking ball. On it! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
Oh, it was such a clever pass that flummoxed the defence, and it could well be revisited, this.
The message is clear. None shall pass. Looking for a runner. And that has been cut short. Oh, that's well spotted. Zanetti. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
I think the manager's pondering his options as to whether to stick or twist Peter in view of the time remaining. He might have a tough call to make now. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Hullet absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Delivered with swing. It's out for a goal kick. Time then for the first substitution of the game. Schneider. And this is Owen. Plays a sharp little ball here. And that has been clubbed away. That's a throw.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
He's gone for goal! He should have put that one away.
Well, the keeper spared a few blushes here. Going 2 down at this stage would have made it an awful long way back.
Watford get their 4th corner. Rijkaard with the clearance. Now it's Schneider. And he's quick to snatch it back. And he's there to get it away. Well, he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. And it's Davids. He's being urged to shoot.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Nice interception, well timed. Very much into the last knockings. And Hullet! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Nicely spread. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Pele. And there goes the final whistle. Watford have done it. Their solitary strike ultimately proving just enough. A terrific win, however you look at it. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, that was a hard-fought win with a defensive masterclass. They backed up their goal with a...
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So off we go then. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
This guy, Sandro Tonali, was being touted as being one of Italy's greatest midfield talents. Remember the season he got a side promoted into the Italian top flight, 17 years of age, I think, and he was the mainstay in a team at that early age, playing in virtually every game and dictating the play. He stands out, doesn't matter how old he is.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Well timed, excellent interception. Torres in acres of space out wide. Messi. Xavi Alonso with a definite foul there. Plays a sharp little ball here. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Xavi Alonso looking for a runner. Good ball over the top. Torres! Lovely idea, just didn't get it right.
Well, chances like that need a delicate touch, and they're quite a tough skill.
So we're still where we started right now. Oh, easy pickings there. Now it's Torres. He's got away. Torres is fouled. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. So, power or guile, what's it going to be? A real opportunity here from a position of great potential. That is some save from Khan! That's a fine save.
Absolutely terrific, terrific reflexes, goalkeeping at its very best.
And we have our very first corner. Good effort from distance. Real chance! There it is! How very smart. He just got it right.
Well, the defence were being far too casual there, Peter. Far too slow to switch on to the danger. That's the kind of thing that makes managers go crazy.
Watford have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
And it's Batistuta. And he's had it nicked away. And that could set him on his way. Decent chance! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
This their second corner of the game.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Oh, the ball's run loose here. And Torres! Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Tries to pass it through. Scholes is the team's great visionary, and that is a little undercooked. Now it's Szoboszlai. Great vision. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Now it's Batistuta. A probing pass. Look at the space here. Goes down, but nothing given. And the first half is done. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, I think the scoreline offers a fair reflection of the level of endeavour from both teams. I think they lead because they did most of the probing. A little more penetration, I think, should help them get the job done.
Watford can be fairly satisfied then. It's so far so good for them, and it's 1-0 at the break. And we are already promptly back underway.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
Now it's Szoboszlai. That ball looks a good one. Oh, he's burst for chance for a shot! Oh, that was no routine save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Corner number 3 coming up. Shoots! Oh, split-second reaction.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Corner number 4 coming up here. Khan claims comfortably. And now they can spring out of defence. Conte. Watford do seem to have a very clear game plan here, Jim.
Yeah, they're set up to play those long balls from deep, Peter. The front men have certainly been busy making the runs beyond that defence.
Well, it's a tried and tested formula, OK, but very demanding too.
Well, you need your boys up front to work extremely hard, and you need to get the passing right as well, of course.
Looking for the run. Might be danger. Mbappe! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
That's a shade optimistic. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
And he's intervened well there. That is a great pick out. And he's managed. And Torres! And he has kept it out somehow.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. And he's cut it out.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
They're coming again and again.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Pele! It's bounced back off the post. And that would have been game, set and match.
He's really trying to take this upon himself to get it won.
They're up to 5 corners now. Just eases him off the ball.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Berbatov. And Berbatov! It's loose now and they want to get it back.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
And he was quick to react. That's a lovely, neat pass. Watford moments now away from seeing this one out.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
And that's another good win of the ball. Xavi Alonso. So that's it. It is all over. Watford have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And we're underway. Well, there is no question that Eden Hazard on his day is one of the world's best, Jim. So how do you interpret the role he's been given here?
Well, we all know he's at his best when he's coming in from that left side, whether it's to drag people away and isolate them or to combine with central attackers. But he also often plays as a 10.
Tries a shot! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
Leganes have got it back and they'll have another go. Scholes. Now that's well seen too. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And it's Rivaldo.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
And they've got a throw. Opts to play it back. Pele! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Odo. And it's played forward. Pele. No, he's had it taken off him. It's run loose here. And he's there to belt it away. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And it's Messi. Well, it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Watford yet to have an attempt on goal. Alonso. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Great vision. Nicked it back promptly. And this is Pele. He's got away. An uncompromising challenge. Danger averted for now. And it's lofted through here. Thinks about the shot. Can he finish? And it's hoisted clear. Quality ball. And that's been slipped through. So much time and shapes to shoot! What a wonderful goal!
Well, that's very much changed the complexion. It's also changed mindsets and moods in both teams, and it had to be him.
He knows it's taken a big and very kind deflection, but he is claiming it nonetheless. Watford have fired themselves in front.
Well, I think the managers are going to...
And that'll be the last act of the first half. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, this is when you need your players to step up, Peter. Be brave, see all that courage. They need to have a big start to the second half to give them some momentum. And they're not going to get that if they're being too risk-averse.
Watford are 1-0 up at half-time and it's all to play for. And we are already promptly back underway.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting...
Whistle's gone and the referee has given a penalty. Watford have themselves a chance from the spot. The chance to pull further clear. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. Not much more than a formality.
That's a good penalty. Made the keeper commit early and set himself up for quite a comfortable finish.
Watford are doing very nicely, thank you.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
Cannavaro gets over and intercepts.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage.
He's tried one! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Deftly away. Oh, it's a great ball here. Now it's Pele. Rivaldo. And it's Rijkaard.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Nicely weighted ball. He's shifting through the gears here. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Rijkaard cuts out the pass. Can he get on the end of this? No, not quite on the same wavelength. Into the last quarter of an hour. Lofted upfield. Oh, that's a very decent... And Torres! What about that from Fernando Torres? A finish right from the top draw. And they are pulling clear here. Well, how's that for a class finish?
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
And that's it. And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. There's the whistle and here we go. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Yeah, Kevin De Bruyne. He's just one of the best strikers of the ball you'll ever see. And that applies just as much to his passing game as it does to his shooting prowess. He generally likes to keep things simple, taking as few touches as possible, but making every one of them count. I've got a feeling he's going to be a real handful for the opposition here.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And he's intervened well there. Watford finding their passes. And it's Soboslai. And he's had it nicked away. No way through. Xavi Alonso gets across to intercept that. And they've got rid. And here's Szoboszlai. He has a shot! Mighty close.
Oh, did the keeper have that covered? I'm not sure he did. I think I need a replay on that one.
Still goalless. Xavi Alonso. Botafogo look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time. They're just trying to get the runners away as quickly as possible.
Botafogo looking to pass their way through. Now, can they get him away?
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Van de Ven. Chouameni. Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. Oh, well measured. Good take, and is he in? And he's gone looking for safety. Szoboszlai showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Xavi Alonso. Quality ball. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Chouameni kept his eye on it, and he's there. Short changes him with that pass. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, what a mistake! Xavi Alonso. Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. And the shot! And it's a goal!
Look, there are always tactical adjustments for any coach to make at half-time, but when your star man gives you a critical lead just before the break, everyone will be paying extra attention. It really is the ideal tonic.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up
And the first half is done. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about...
Szoboszlai! Superb from Szoboszlai! A finish right from the top draw. They have come roaring back.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Szoboszlai. Real chance! Superb from Szoboszlai! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward!
Well,
a great chance! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Botafogo with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Oh, what a climb! Decent enough try.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Challenged just a bit on the firm side. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Nicked it back promptly. He won't be happy with that one. Now it's Torres. Torres. In by Fernando Torres. Good defending there. They've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Van Dijk. Costa Curta. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. De Bruyne. And he's had a hit! And the lead stays intact, just.
Well, you'd really expect him to hit the target from there.
Xavi Alonso, and that's really well manoeuvred. Oh, nicely intercepted. Szoboszlai, he could be in, he's gone for goal! Superb from Szoboszlai! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. And there's your hat-trick hero. He is simply indefatigable. Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
This is such a dominant performance. The defence are sick of the sight of him, but he doesn't look finished just yet.
Watford can now introduce the first of their substitutes. Watford go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
Well, I think it's just the reward for their application. They've played with great courage to try and kill this off, and for me, it looks like they've just about done it. Deserved a better ball there. He's right to be disappointed.
Oh, that was vital. Berbatov. Now it's Owen. Now it's Berbatov. Oh, just skips past his man. Berbatov. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? It's a promising position. And he's been shifted off it. Son Heung-min. Berbatov. Out to the left it goes. And that will be it. They are pumped. Boy, they're pumped. A tough win earned through the power of will. And this... The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. There's the whistle, and here we go. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Yeah, Jordan Pickford. He's a great all-round goalkeeper, Peter. Great at shot stopping and dominant in his box. He also gets counter-attacks going with his accurate long passes. The opposition should be a little wary of committing too many men forward to attack, because if it does break down, this guy can get them in trouble pretty quickly.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Now it's Pelé, and he plays one through. Chance! There it is! The breakthrough strike! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And it's Rijkaard. Watford finding their passes. Watford are seeing a lot of the ball and have a 1-0 lead to show for it. Baresi, always a very imposing presence at the back. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Baresi. Cannavaro. And Zanetti. Played back into the centre. Baresi. And it's Rijkaard. Soboslai. Oh, good take and a good... And a chance! Really well taken goal. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring. It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
Watford are sitting pretty. 2-0 up. Has a shot! And he was there to get a vital touch.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Xavi Alonso. Cannavaro. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. Now Otto. Rijkaard. Xavi Alonso. Pelé. And there's green grass ahead of him. Soboslai! And it's there! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. And that is fabulous. A true beauty of a goal.
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it,
And that's it. And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin. A very good evening. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Hi, Peter. Always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. And already we're underway here. Soboslai was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's through Shevchenko! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Looking to play him in. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Shevchenko unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And that's been won straight back. Now it's Shevchenko. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into his stride so quickly and seems to just glide across the turf. But when the goal's in front of him, he's also got that cool head that's required to pick a spot and finish everything off.
Yeah, the easiest way to make a difference is to score, so no argument there. And it's Roberto Carlos. Szoboszlai. Now it's Pele. Looking for the run. Cafu calmly anticipates. Watford so far providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Maldini going vertical. Oh, that's a key interception. Rijkaard is always looking to break lines. Now it's Pelé.
Such good technique.
Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Watford do seem to have a very clear game plan here, Jim.
Yeah, they're set up to play those long balls from deep, Peter. The front men have certainly been busy making the runs beyond that defence.
Well, it's a tried and tested formula, OK, but very demanding too.
Well, you need your boys up front to work extremely hard, and you need to get the passing right as well, of course.
Decent chance! It's there! Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems for that defence.
So we have our breakthrough.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Baresi. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Szoboszlai. Pelé. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. That's a lovely, neat pass. Now that looks a decent ball. 1-0 here just before the break, and it looks as though it's going to stay that way for now. Pelé will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Goes down, but nothing given. Cruyff stood his ground strongly. Looking for options for movement. Oh, played through for the wide man. While quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Good. And the finish! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Szoboszlai actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Watford with the corner, they're first. A header! He's got a goal! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! He knows it's taken a big and very kind deflection, but he is claiming it nonetheless. Big chance! One-on-one! And they're quick to get it back. Best. Xavi Alonso. And it's Szoboszlai. Now it's Szoboszlai. In with the challenge. And there's the end of the first half. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Watford in control at half-time, 2-0. That gets things going for the second half. Odo. Xavi Alonso. Szoboszlai. It's played through for him. And he cuts out the supply. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Oh, there's a probing ball. And this is Torres. Chance! Just cruising! They are cruising! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Best. Cannavaro does well to get it back.
This is the time you need that pace.
And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Just eases him off the ball. Oh, nicely intercepted.
Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level.
Fernando Torres is, of course, well known for his dancing feet. Thuram gets over and intercepts. Pressing high and with purpose. Messi. And Best. Fernando Torres. Xavi Alonso. Cafu kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And Messi! And that is wildly off target.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
And it's Scholes. Passing is crisp and sharp. Roberto Carlos. Best. And claimed it back swiftly. Tries to pass it through. That is ended up in no man's land. No outsmarting him this time. And here's Torres. Torres! And that's off target.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually. Thuram cuts it out. And it's Shevchenko. Xavi Alonso. And it's Xavi Alonso. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Son Heung-min. Son Heung-min showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Now it's Messi. No, that's been intercepted. Thuram. And he passes it long. Messi. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. And here's Roberto Carlos. It's Roberto Carlos! And that is as far as it goes. Watford looking by any yardstick formidable. Truly enjoyable to watch. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game. It's Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. The action has already started. And they've got a throw. Ah, good steal. He just read it. That's a sharp pass. And this is Pele. And he's managed to get free.
It's rare for me to look at a fullback as a potential match winner, Peter, but with Roberto Carlos, I can make an exception.
He's not a defender at all, is he? He's a winger more than that.
Exactly, the Brazilian Express, up and down the line all the time, and a taker of audacious free kicks.
Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. So he's plotting something before playing it in. And it's Otto. He has a look up. Pele! It's hit the upright. Rijkaard. Now it's Szoboszlai. And this is Son Heung-min. Shoots! Superb from Szoboszlai! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! There is the breakthrough! The purest possible contact. What a fabulous strike.
Yeah, you just don't save those, Peter. Too much power on, and the manager's absolutely loving this.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. That ball looks a good one. Watford are enjoying a good spell right now and leading. And he's worked it through. It's Son Heung-min! Oh, surely that deserved better.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Xavi Alonso. Thuram calmly anticipates. Szoboszlai.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
He's in a great position here. Oh, nicely intercepted. Threads one in. Big chance! A real chance and a real let-off.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Best. Shevchenko. Oh, he's bustling through here. Zanetti did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party takes the shot. Well, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Yeah, the ball in there was simply superb. He won't be too happy that it's gone to waste like that.
Son Heung-min. And it's Scholes. Oh, that's well spotted. Vieira getting this one clear. Oh, good-looking ball. Now it's Son Heung-min. Good running, strong and purposeful. He's beaten the last man. Not the most convincing of passes. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Now it's Szoboszlai. Now it's Son Heung-min. Oh, there's a probing ball. And here's Son Heung-min. Courtois gets it away. Out to the right. Now that's well seen too. And that'll be the last act of the first half. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Yeah, on the face of it, it looks a fair reflection of what we've all seen, Peter. Some incisive play one side, battling qualities on the other. I think this game is there to be won, and a minor tweak maybe all it needs to change it.
Watford leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break. So we're just settling back into this second half. A solitary goal. That has been the crucial difference. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Could be danger here. Oh, just skips. Mbappe! Decent strike, kept it fizzing low.
Mbappe clearly feels he did everything right there. He really wasn't that far away.
Roberto Carlos gets across to intercept that. Best. Tries to play it through. Oh, he's been caught napping. Just coming up to the hour mark, and it's still 1-0. And again, they run up against stubborn defending.
Son Heung-min really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
A probing pass. Nicely worked. Real chance! Superb from Szoboszlai! He's got himself an absolute peach. Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring. Oh, a goal of real quality. He made it look ridiculously easy.
Szoboszlai really showed his coolness, Peter, by not getting flustered on such a tough skill. And for me, it was controlled perfection.
Watford are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, now's the time you could afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Scholes picked out brilliant. Szoboszlai!
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Best. Baresi does well to get it back. Now it's Pele. And he's had a hit! Oh, it's come off the upright. Messi. Otto gets over and intercepts. Zanetti. Xabi Alonso has created one goal already. Roberto Carlos cuts out the pass. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Has a look and plays it forward. He has found the way through. It's Son Heung-min!
The keeper was likely to need his best there, and he found it.
It's a searching pass. Watford can consider themselves just about safe now. Can he finish? And no, he couldn't find the finish.
Well, I think it's great. He's showing plenty of fight here. You want that to spread throughout the team now.
And we have our very first corner. Mbappe! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. Best. Wriggles his way through. And here's Mbappe. Nice control. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. That is a brilliant interception. Tries a shot! And he's managed to gift it back. Now it's Pele. Now it's Szoboszlai. Now that looks a decent ball. No, that's been intercepted. And there goes the final whistle. Perhaps not quite utopia, not what was entirely desired, but most importantly, they have... So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Mbappe! He's delivered all right! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
They've won a throw in. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe Will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Now he's got space here. That's beautifully weighted. He's going for goal! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Well, even for him, that may have been a touch ambitious.
Son Heung-min. Scholes. Can he latch on to this? Oh, that's fabulous. And the shot! Watford with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. And now a sudden chance to counter. Xavi Alonso. Maldini calmly anticipates.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
And he welcomes it in. Goes for a shot! Oh, that wasn't far away. This their second corner of the game. And now they can spring out of defence. Rijkaard. Maldini kept his eye on it, and he's there. Well read, nice interception. Aimed beyond the defence. Shoots! He's scored! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Just way, way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Big chance! No mistake! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! Simplicity itself.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. A killer pass, perfectly delivered.
Watford get themselves into the lead.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Watford heading towards the half-time break. The wind very much in their sails. The ball is loose and the chase is on. That's an imaginative pass. Oh, that's a key interception. That's a pretty loose pass. Now that looks a decent ball. He is through here. Picked out brilliantly. And he shoots! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, he's been caught on it here. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Can he get onto this? Best! That is decidedly lacking.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Now, can they get him away? Now, there's a fine ball. Can he finish? He has done it! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Well, how's that for a class finish?
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
And there's the end of the first half.
Well, it's hard to say whether a 2-goal advantage under these circumstances is decisive or not, but so far, I haven't really seen enough to indicate that the opposition can come out in the second half and improve to that degree.
Well, that has been a goal-blessed half. It is 3-1. And we are back underway. Now it's Xabi Alonso. He's picked his way through. Looking to play him in. Xabi Alonso unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Looking for options for movement. Face to face, and the shot! And it's there! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
Watford blast themselves into a 3-goal lead. And there's green grass ahead of him. He's one-on-one, shot a goal! It's a goal! It is no contest, it is a landslide. That is glorious, as if he picked it up and put it there himself.
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. It's become a case of men against boys.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
It's loose now, and they want to get it back. It's Alonso! He's put his foot right through that one.
Well, it was going to take something a bit special from there, and that wasn't it.
Roberto Carlos. And it's Cruyff. Good defending there. They've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Scholes. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating.
Scholes! Oh, he really got hold of that.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Roberto Carlos. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Scholes. Xabi Alonso. That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Is there any support? He might not need it. Scholes did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Look at the space here. Chance, surely! Oh, the ball's run loose here. And the finish! Oh, terrific save. So, third corner of the game. Chance! Sticks it away! And it is becoming almost too painful to watch. Where to next?
I can see some heads dropping here now, Peter. I see things getting even worse out there if they're not careful.
Watford are having a ball here. Takes a shot! It's run loose. Who's going to get? He's gone for goal! Now it's Szoboszlai. Now it's Pele. And he cuts out the supply. Roberto Carlos. Passing is crisp and sharp. Now it's Pele. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Oh, no joy this time. Scholes is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Now it's Szoboszlai. He's shift and the shot! Oh, easy pickings there. Scholes. Chance for a shot! Now who's going to be... In he goes again! Great vision. Now it's Mbappe. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Now it's Pele. Great defending, strong and determined. 4 added minutes on the board. He's through, now is he in? It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Scholes. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Cafu. Oh, that's been cut out, well played. And that's it. They are pumped. Boy, they're pumped. A tough win. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So we're up and running. Well, we all know of Johan Cruyff as the father of total football, but what can we expect from him on the pitch, Jim?
He'll be the conductor, Peter, making sure that his team create space and make good use of it. I expect him to be running the show and...
Can he finish? And it's a goal! An extraordinary start! Breakthrough in next to no time!
And it looks like we're going to get the entertainment we were all hoping for.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
So, a breakthrough already. Vieira, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Pete.
Rummenigge! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Rummenigge clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Oh, there's a probing ball. And he's quick to snatch it back. Played out wide. Cafu! He's picked his way through. And it's hoisted clear.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
And he's taking no chances there.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Rummenigge. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. Now it's Son Heung-min. Baresi gets over and intercepts. Watford do seem to have a very clear game plan here, Jim.
Yeah, they're set up to play those long balls from deep, Peter. The front men have certainly been busy making the runs beyond that defence.
Well, it's a tried and tested formula, OK, but very demanding too.
Well, you need your boys up front to work extremely hard, and you need to get the passing right as well, of course.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Oh, he's bustling through. He's going for goal! Rummenigge! That is just brilliant! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! Barcelona are back in business! The purest possible contact. What a fabulous strike.
Well, that was hit with genuine ferocity. You just don't stop those, Peter.
Barcelona grab the equaliser and we're all square.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Pele, chance here to counter. Just 5 minutes left until the break. Now it's Pele. It's Pele! Oh, split-second reaction.
Pele really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And now they can spring out of defence. No way through. Baresi, quality ball. Taken back almost at once. There's the whistle for half-time. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time. The second half then, just getting going. Soboslai, expertly cut out, really nicely done. Cruyff conjures time and space where few can. Now it's Guti. He's found a way through. Rummenigge! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Rummenigge has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Well, they've got it again. Guti will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And here's the chance to counter. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Bastoni. And he's found a way past. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Baresi gets across to intercept that. Now it's Son Heung-min. Ambitious ball here. Oh, no joy this time. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Eto'o gets his head on it! That is delicious! A finish of true class! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Barcelona get themselves into the lead.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
And claimed it back swiftly. Good take. Oh, shooting chance! It's a goal! And that is what they came to see, what they demanded to see. His first. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
He's found a way through, and the shot! He has done it! And the comeback is complete! That was easy, almost too easy.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Swept in. An uncompromising challenge.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Confirmation that there will be 4 minutes stoppage time. Schneider. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Xavi Alonso. And that will be the final act. Watford have done it with iron, with pragmatism, the sort you expect from a team like this. Admirable, enjoyable, and look how they reacted to that initial setback. Szoboszlai picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise.